Wait, what just happened? I was casually scrolling through Billboard like I always do, thinking, okay, let's see what's up this week. You know, just the usual. And then, there it was. Jimin, still in the top 10. Not for the second week, not the 10th, the 40th. I actually stopped, blinked, scroll back, double check, because how often do you see something like that? You just don't. Jimin's Muse, 40 weeks, top 10, unmatched Jimin's second solo album, Muse, has now spent 40 consecutive weeks on Billboard's World Albums chart, and not just floating around somewhere in the top 10. Let's be crystal clear, no other K-pop soloist has ever done this. Nobody. And this isn't some fluke. This isn't luck. This is Jimin, building history, one honest, breathtaking note at a time. Oh, and remember FACE? Let's rewind for a sec. His first solo album, FACE, that stayed on the same chart for 63 weeks. Over a year. That means for more than 12 straight months, Jimin's name never left Billboard. Now, Muse is walking in those same footsteps and making its own trail of fire. Muse isn't just staying, it's winning. This album didn't just hang on to the chart, it owned it. Number 1 on World Albums, he's done it 8 times with Muse. Add that to 5 number ones from FACE, and you get a total of 13 chart toppers. That's not just staying power, that's legacy. 13 times, the world didn't just listen. It declared, this is the music of the moment. And then there's Who, you know the track. The one that makes your chest ache in the best possible way? Well, Who just jumped 7 spots on the Billboard Global 200 to hit number 66. And on the global chart, excluding the US, up 11 spots to land number 40. He's not just clinging to these charts, he's rising on them. Globally, 40 weeks of global recognition. Let that sink in. For 40 weeks straight, Jimin's music has been charting worldwide. Not just from ARMY, not just from Korea, but from casual listeners, new fans, curious ears who heard his voice and felt something. And that's the thing about Jimin. It's not about flashy drops or high-budget hype. It's about substance, artistry. He doesn't just release songs, he shares stories. He's not just popular, he's resonating. Jimin isn't chasing clout. He's not doing this for numbers. He's writing music that says something. That feels like a whispered letter. That moves you when you didn't know you need to be moved. And guess what? It's working. The world is listening and feeling and coming back for more. And he's only 2 albums in, just 2 solo albums, and already he's written his name in global music history. So now I have to ask you, what about Muse hits you the hardest? Is it the lyrics, the vocals, the way every track feels like a moment of truth? For me, it's how raw it is, how it feels like Jimin's pulling back the curtain and saying, this is me, this is what I've been through, and this is how I heal. Let's talk. Let's feel this together. Drop your favorite track from Muse in the comments. Tell me the exact moment that made you stop, rewind, and whisper, wait, did that just happen? Hit that like if you're proud. Share this with someone who needs to hear Jimin's story. Subscribe, because if this is where we are at album 2, you already know the best is yet to come. See you in the next video. Until then, keep streaming, keep supporting, and keep believing. Because when it comes to Jimin, we're living history. One chart, one lyric, one heartbeat at a time.